switching it up.
That was funky.
Yeah,
Great
facts.
job, Ethan.
Thank you. All right, so what's the topic this week? Big Brother?
Well, you see,
My strat is to...
actually, I think that you would be better off on, like, Survivor or something like that. So you can't really be here.
Isn't really your thing.
Yeah, but that was a great intro, so.
Thanks, you're good.
Next week, right?
Next week
we'll fit you in.
Do y'all know yet?
We never know. Wow, guys.
See you next week.
Wow.
See you next week.
You know, one of
Alrighty.
these days we're gonna feel bad, but that day is not today.
Yeah, I highly doubt when the day you're talking about is, but.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome
back to
to the BM&W podcast.
the podcast today.
BM&W
Podcast. Okay.
All right. Before we start, I want to ask one thing. Bim and I, we talked about this yesterday, but I want to know who really did Booger Wall. Who was it?
Okay. Let me explain, because I'm sure almost none, I don't know. So, basically, Gus and Eddie, on their podcast, Gus has two brothers, Sven and Thor, and whenever they were children, one day, they were just some little bogeys on the bathroom wall. And it was their bathroom, and then no one ever owned up to it. So then they held a trial on the Gus and Eddie podcast.
Trial.
Yeah.
Wow, a trial to century.
It was literally. I was one of the first people to watch it. I had post notifications on, and I got there, and I was one of the first 2 viewers.
Yeah, I just watched it yesterday. So
disappointing. I just burped. Excuse me.
I know I'm not a true fan, but at least I'm not Emily who burps all the time live on the podcast. So.
I didn't mean to do that. I said
everyone
excuse
leave
me.
Down in the comments below who's your favorite podcast host, and if any of the comments are other than Beefin, we're gonna block you from viewing our podcast. And some say that might be for the better, because today I saw a TikTok and it was like I sent it to Bim, and it was a TikTok of a guy, and he said he's I don't remember what he said, but it was
Madison, all the Maddies during quarantine. It's what if we started a podcast?
Yeah, and you know what? We're not Maddies, because we started this before quarantine, so suck it, guy on TikTok that I sent to Bim. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I think Thor or Sven. I think either it's not Gus. Yeah, okay, so they said Gus did it. But it's 100% proven fact that Gus did not do Booger Wall. He can't have done Booger. He was 13 when Booger Wall happened.
That is not
Emily
acceptable.
is so frozen, it's not even funny.
Really? Because I can hear you.
Watch it.
Oh, hello?
Bim, you just froze for so long.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, because I could hear you.
It says poor connection. Whose side do you think this is on?
What?
You can hear me the whole time? I couldn't see Jack squat.
Yeah. I could hear and see. Actually, now
I couldn't see John.
Wait.
Wow, this podcast is off to a wonderful
really
start.
Great start. But anyway, definitely not Gus. He was too old. Are you okay?
What? Okay, I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, and then clap. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Why did we do that?
Because I want to see how delayed we were. I said 1, 2, 3, clap, and you clapped 15 minutes later.
No way.
No cap.
This
I'm
is gonna
telling
be
you, fam.
So terrible to edit. We gotta shift him over.
It's fine. We'll be okay. But anyway, Gus couldn't have done it. He's too old.
Agreed.
Yeah. But okay, I really think Thor did it. I really think he did it. He is a known booger wiper. He's around the right age to be a booger wiper. It has to have been Thor. It could not have been Gus. Could not have been Gus.
Agree.
Gus was a flicker.
That's true.
A booger flicker.
Anyway, yes. So everyone, click off this podcast and start watching the Gus and Eddie podcast.
Yeah. Do it. Anyway, do it right now. Do it. You won't.
Do it. You won't. Do it. I dare you.
Do it. You won't.
So yes.
I bet you won't do it.
Yeah, me and Charlotte had a very heated discussion yesterday about the booger wall.
Yeah, because she's like, it's a very middle child thing to do.
Well, okay, I didn't mean to say that. I know you're a middle child, but, like, that's
No, I understand it is a middle child thing to do, but, like, it couldn't have been Sven because he didn't use that bathroom. Guys,
I highly doubt that.
This isn't going to make any sense if you don't watch it. So go watch it. We'll link it in the description.
We will?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have to remember that.
Yeah, I doubt we will, but I'll try.
One time I was doing a YouTube video and I said, like, it'll be linked in the description. And it was, like, a few months, and I watched back the video, and I didn't link it in the description. So then I did. But, you know, you gotta live, learn, let learn.
Exactly. So today's podcast... Oh.
Sorry. I keep talking over Bim.
No, I keep talking over you.
Oh, my goodness. No, it's such an argument we have. She goes, I talk too much on the podcast. And then I go, I talk too much on the podcast. But if we both think we talk too much, then there's going to be no podcast. Would
Next
that
podcast
be so
is just
bad?
45 minutes of silence.
Next podcast, no one speaks. Ethan's going to play the intro, see himself out, and then that's it. That's the whole podcast.
Well, no. No one would tell Ethan to leave, so Ethan just stays.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Yeah, it's Ethan's podcast.
Whoa.
Okay, we can't have that happen, though.
Yeah, that's impossible.
Sorry, Ethan.
But rip Ethan.
Sorry,
okay, today's podcast.
Today's podcast, I'm so excited for it.
I'm kind of confused because the idea is my ultimate Big Brother strategy. Like a couple weeks ago, I started talking to Charlotte about Big Brother. I was just kind of like talking about what I would do if I was in the game, and then she was like, I forget who added it to our notes app.
You did, but I talked about wanting to do it, like, because I always see those TikToks where it's like, here's my Big Brother strategy. And I love them. Even though I've never seen the show, I have no idea what the frick they're talking about. I love watching them.
Well, I'm going to tell you everything there is to know about Big Brother. I've been a fan
single thing
since I was 7 years old. I started watching Big Brother when I was 7 because my parents watched it and I really liked the competitions. I only watched them for the competitions because they were really fun to watch, and they were like, well, it looks so much fun because like the competitions are like, they've got some like physical ones and mental ones, so good range. They were just fun to watch. But then, like, and I would only stay for the competitions. But then as I grew up, I started to like. By the time I was 9, I was watching it full on, and I remember my my 3rd grade teacher. She also watched Big Brother with me, and she would always spoil the Thursday night eviction. She would always tell me who got evicted on accident because I didn't have the heart to tell her that I wasn't allowed to stay up late enough to watch it. So I'd always have to watch the eviction the next day, but she would always tell me who it was.
So you just, out of courtesy, let her spoil like an entire season of Big Brother.
Yeah, it's just like every week she would like, oh my goodness, so-and-so got evicted. I was like, yeah, isn't that crazy? So I'm sorry.
Whoa. Oh my goodness. What if one day like your favorite got evicted and you just start crying and you're like, yeah, it was crazy. Crazy.
I think that was the season with Rachel and Brendan, I think. So I don't really like anyone that season. Actually, no, just kidding. I like Brittany. Anyway, I'm going to explain what Big Brother is first.
Yeah, you should do that because I knew kind of what it was before she explained it to me. Just explain what it is and how the game works.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think 16 people, it used to be 12, I can't remember, a certain amount of people enter a house, and they are fighting to be the last one standing. So they first compete for the head of household, the HOH, and that person, once the HOH wins, it's like a competition, and they win, and then that person puts up 2 people on the block, that's what they call it, which is, if you're on the block, you are like you were one of the people that could get evicted that week. And then they have the veto, where the power veto, where they compete for that, and the person who wins the veto can take someone off the block, which makes the HOH have to put up another person. And then for eviction on Thursdays.
Okay, so the first thing they do is they all compete to be head of household.
Mm-hmm.
And how long do they have the title of head of household?
A week.
A week. Okay. So that's the first thing they do in a week. And then at what point in the week do they put people on the block?
Like the next day. Like after the day after HOH, and then like 2 days later they do the veto, and then on Thursday
who competes for the veto?
They have I forgot to mention this. They only choose, I think, 6 or 8 people to play for. I think it's 6, right? Because maybe 6 people.
So like half the people only half the people play.
Mm-hmm. But then once it gets down to like, everyone has to play at some point, and they have like a big like a hat, and then you pick the names out.
Okay. So then. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense now. All right, proceed.
Okay. Yeah, and then after that, so if the veto holder chooses to take someone off the block, then the head of household has to put another person on the block, and then on Thursday they vote for someone to be evicted, and they have to vote for someone that's on the block. Like they can't vote for anyone else. And then it all starts again. Like right after that person gets evicted, they start the next HOH competition. And you can't win HOH epic. 2 weeks in a row. Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty epic. And then they have like lots of twists and things. Like they have, and the jury. After the first 4 people are evicted, those people just go home, period. But then after that, the people who get evicted go to the jury house, where they like just kind of chill out. They're not playing the game, and then at the end they get to vote for the winner.
Hold on. Mm-hmm. I just lost the game.
Stop. So did I. No.
Because you said the game.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, whoever's watching this, I'm so sorry. I just made you lose the game. But that's the price you have to pay to listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a constant risk.
Wait, man, so the jury, do they have access to, like, do they get to watch the show?
They used to be able to, but no, they don't. They, the person who was evicted that week takes with them the competitions. They get to watch the head of household and veto competitions, but they don't get to, and like I think the nomination ceremonies too, and the veto ceremonies, but they don't get to like watch like the talking heads where they're like in the diary room just talking to the camera. They don't get to watch any of that.
So they get to watch the stuff the other players get to watch.
Yes,
if that makes sense. Yeah. Like they don't get to hear everyone else's strategies.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But like what's open to the players is open to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
They used to be able to watch everything, but they stopped doing that. So they get like a completely biased thing, I guess. So
that's crazy.
That's Big Brother.
That's so epic. And when I asked Bim if she wanted to be on Big Brother, she said yes. And I have a 10-step plan. She didn't say 10-step plan, but like she was like, yes, I have a whole ultimate Big Brother strategy to win. And
I've been working on this strategy since I was like 8 years old.
I was instantly curious. So, today, do you still remember? Okay, so she said she put me in her strategy because she revised it just for this podcast. But I want to hear her original strategy.
Well, my original
if they're different.
They're not different. It's just that in my original strategy, I had like someone who had my back, like immediate. Like I had you being there makes it a lot easier because I don't have to make a friend. So it's the same exact strategy. It's just you're the friend.
And apparently we're the twist.
Yes. Okay. That's the thing. I don't know how we would be a twist. Like every Big Brother's like catchphrase is expect the unexpected, because just random stuff happens all the time where they have like twists. Like one time they had the twin twist where every like 2 days or something a set of twins, like they'd be playing as one person and every 2 days they'd switch, until people notice.
So cool. That's so.
And then at like a certain point in the game, they both enter.
How did people notice? Like, I don't think I'd ever.
I remember watching it. It was very funny because I think one of them was like heavier than the other or something like that. Like, that's how someone noticed. It was really bad. And then another one because one of them had like a showmance, which is like whenever you're dating someone else in the house. Mm-hmm. One of them had like was started to like show feelings for someone, and the other one just didn't like him, and so people kind of noticed that. It was very funny.
Were the sisters like allowed to? Did they talk to each other?
They had like 5 minutes to talk while they were changing clothes.
That's so funny. I love that.
Yeah, that season was interesting. That was season 16 or 17. No, I think it's 17. I can't remember.
How long has the show been running?
Since 2000, something like that. It was originally a British TV show, and then there've been 22. I think it's we're on Big Brother 23 right now. So, wow. Not 23 years, because some years they did like multiple seasons. So I think 2000, maybe.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Wow. So it's pretty crazy. All right.
So, now display your ultimate strategy. And if I have any questions, because I bet a lot of people in the podcast who are listening to this who haven't seen Big Brother are going to have a lot of questions. And here's the thing. Me too. We're in the same boat here. Like, we're in the same cruise ship. You know? We have the same entrees. We have the same access to Guy Fieri's freaking restaurant thing. But here's the thing. I can ask the questions for you. Let me guide you.
Mm-hmm. My strategy, it's very, like, it relies a lot on people that I don't know in their... What? Who's there?
Who disregarded the sign?
Mom. Did you not read the sign?
I read the sign. I don't obey signs.
Bruh.
Keep talking.
Bim got a sign. Bim got a... I'll talk. Just do the thing with your mom. Bim got a sign. Hi, Michelle. How are you?
17.37.
We're not cutting this out. This is staying in.
This is staying in. So Bim got a sign at some store the other day, and it was Star Wars. And it
Carry on.
it on one side it says beep boop come in.
and it has R2 on it.
And then on the other side, it says access denied, and it has a stormtrooper helmet on it. And I think that is the funniest thing that I have ever seen.
Because I saw it on Hobby Lobby, and I was like, I have to get it. So
it's beautiful. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so please proceed with the ultimate Big Brother strategy. Bum, bum, bum.
There you go. So there's a siren. What was I gonna say? I remember. So we are going to enter as friends. Hopefully we're still friends.
Which is pretty unlikely. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, very unlikely. It's over.
We're in this for the money. We just do the podcast for the money, just for the cash money, just for the bank. We're not friends. We weren't friends prior to this. Everything that was said in the Mother's Day podcast was for show. And I know the producers are going to be mad that I said this, but like I just feel bad lying to you guys.
Mm-hmm. It's been too long to keep up with this.
God, I wish we could just, not do this. But we're making so much bank.
We're so rich.
I am currently filming this in a tub of cash. No regrets.
Same. There you go.
Anyway, please proceed before I interrupt you again.
No, I love it when you interrupt me. Okay, so that sounded really passive-aggressive. Sorry, it's not. I'm just... Okay. Let me just chill. Let's restart now.
Take a chill pill, sweetie.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, we're going to enter the game, and we know each other. We're going to pretend that we don't know each other. That's pretty much the twist, I guess. I don't know what Big Brother can decide what the big, like, twist with us is going to be.
I guess, like, it could be that we have a podcast together, but no one knows our podcast. And, we film our podcast during Big Brother.
Yes, like, that was
film at some.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, if we're in it together, I want us to go into, like, there's this room where it'd have to be like a secret though, because we can't pretend that we know each other.
Oh, yes, of course. With the twist, we can't just tell everyone, you know.
Exactly. So we're gonna have I forget what the room is called, but it's like this room with like a bunch of couches in it, and one person last season would go in there and at like 1 a.m. every day whenever he thought everyone was asleep, and he'd just like talk to the cameras and he'd talk to his like family, but he'd talk about his strategy to the cameras, like, because if you don't know, Big Brother has 24-hour live footage, unless they're like doing competitions, but the footage in the house is always like live. And so he would go in there and he just like talk to his family and tell them, like, he's like, you know, live stream, like, you know, watch the live stream at this time, and I'm talking to you and I'm talking about my strategy. And then one time someone like just stood outside the door and listened to him and like exposed his strategy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so we cannot have that happen. But we'll make sure everyone is asleep. We'll do it every day at like 4 a.m. Not every day, but I don't know.
Yeah, once a week.
Yeah, so Big Brother... Oh, exactly. No. Big Brother is going to decide whatever our twist is going to be. Like, whether it be the... I don't even know.
And what we said... We talked about this when we talked about this, if that made any sense. But when we first brought it up, I said that we would go into a room and Beathan would just, like, screen record us talking in the room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then we'd still pretend that we'd like kick Ethan out, even though we can't hear him.
Exactly. We'll just be like, awesome, goodbye.
Yeah. Okay. This is great. Okay, so start of my strategy. We enter the house and we know each other. We're going to pretend that we don't know each other. Now, one thing that a lot of Big Brother girls recently who do Big Brother, they're always like, I'm not going to win the first HOH. I'm going to throw all of the comms and I'm going to try and seem like I'm not a threat. No. Everyone has to know that I'm a threat. I want to win the first HOH. Or Charlotte can win. One of us has to win.
You know what I think should be funny is if, like, we come in and, like, we are really competitive towards each other. Mm-hmm. But then once one of us wins, we befriend each other. And we're like, we're obviously the two best people in the house, so we should be friends. Or would that backfire?
Well, we can be friends, but my strategy includes that we like we're on okay, I guess we can still be friends. We can be friends, but we're gonna be on opposite sides of the house. That's the plan.
Oh my goodness, I'd love to be on the opposite side of the house and then
so we're like spying for each other.
I like that better. Okay, so you win the HOH.
So either me or Charlotte wins the HOH, and then
pretend you win the HOH because we know dang well I'm not gonna win the HOH.
Alright, I got you. I win the HOH, and usually the person who first wins the HOH gets a bunch of like people kind of sucking up to them where they're like, oh, I love you, we're gonna be best friends. And so then it's usually a huge alliance is made, which an alliance is like a group of people who they strategize against other people. And I'm pretty sure everyone knows what an alliance is, but anyway, a big alliance is formed, and I'm going to pick like one person in that alliance that I'm actually going to like, but then you're going to be on the other side of the house, and you're going to get an alliance together. And
do I have to pretend I don't like you? I'm
no,
sorry.
We can like each other.
Do I have to display my true feelings that I don't like you?
I don't know. That could really depend. It depends on like, I don't know. It depends on like the other people, you know? Like how obvious would it be? I don't know. We can be friends.
Okay, we could be friendly toward each other.
But I don't want to like have to make friends. I just want to already have a friend.
Okay. Well, we can't. Would that be suspicious if we were in opposite alliances and we were friends?
Yeah, that's true. Well, no, I don't think so because it's happened before. Like a lot of the times, people have like, I don't know. I might have to like change my strategy because like, what if? So we are on opposite sides of the house, and then once there's like lots of people are getting eliminated, and each of us would kind of be the leaders of our separate alliances and make sure that we don't get eliminated. We don't care about anyone else except for each other, because we're gonna have a final two.
I feel like we could be very, very good at manipulating our way to the top.
Yes.
Seem like we know what we're doing. I feel like we could get that across very early.
I think so too. Yeah. So we are vibing, not getting each other out. So no matter what, we are always in power because our alliance is always in power. Does that make sense? Because each of us are in different alliances. And so then I think that in order to like, okay, wait. So this is what my alliance, or what I have, like my idea is. So both of us slowly eliminate the strongest people in our alliance. Like, whenever you're in power, I'll tell you the person in my alliance that is most powerful, and then, like, whenever you're or, like, either way, you know? So we keep getting the most powerful people out of our own alliances, but without making it seem like that. Where
So then it's just us, and then all of our simps.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, and one question. How many HOHs do we win? Should we? What if we just go, you win, I win, you win, I win? Just like it's a game of catch.
Yes. That'd be so funny. Like that'd be
that
very
might be
difficult.
a little suspicious.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I am mad competitive, so.
True. Like I win all of the never mind, that wouldn't work. I was gonna say like you win all the physical ones and I win all the mental ones, but then I realized I'm not smart enough because you're so much more physical than me. Like you're actually strong.
Well, you know,
Charlotte, you do like ballet. Like you were very strong.
There may be buff guys there.
Yeah, there's definitely buff guys.
So what if? Okay, we will get all the buff guys out immediately. Immediately.
There you go.
Because all the dudes, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm alpha male. I know how to do this. Everyone bow down to me." And first of all, that's annoying. And two, we don't need that. We have our own issues to worry about. We're trying to win HOH every other week. Get out of our hair and stay in your lane, brother.
Bro. Yes.
Boyo.
Exactly.
All right. So now we have, it's us and our simps, both in alliances.
And now, after all of the strong guys in our alliance are gone, we're going to stop winning HOH. Okay?
Bars. Okay.
We're going to stop winning HOHs. We're going to stop winning vetoes. And
what if I accidentally win? I'm just really talented. I may accidentally win. I may just forget and be like, wow, I forgot I can't win this one.
Then we would, we just have to roll with it, you know? We'd have to.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So once all the strong people in our alliance are gone. Yeah, what?
I'm great at improv.
Yes, you are.
Period.
So, everyone that's strong in our alliance is gone. And now everyone thinks that we are so weak. And we, like, because now, what a lot of people see is they see the big guys, the big buff guys in our alliance, and they think that those are people running, but we're actually behind the scenes telling them who to put up, you know, for eviction. And so,
okay, so we need
to everyone else.
We need one big buff guy to be our simp.
What?
No, like, okay, so you're saying that we trick the rest of the alliance that one person is the leader, but we're actually pulling the strings.
I'm saying that we trick the other side of the house that Mr. Big Buff Guy is.
Oh.
So then whenever we get out all of the big buff guys, it looks to the other side of the house that we are alone. And then we join together.
Just us two.
Yes.
Word. Okay, so what you're saying is, I'm pretty stupid, so I need a little more time to think this through. Okay. So, your alliance, within your alliance, you guys have a meeting and say, like, does your alliance know that the big buff guy is not really the leader and you're the leader, or
my alliance knows that I'm the leader because I need someone to vote for me in the jury.
Okay, but then the big buff guy is gonna know that he's, he's bait.
Well,
you know what? You're gonna have to offer him $500 in cash. What does the winner get? Money?
Yeah, you get $500,000.
$500,000. Okay, so just offer him $20 and say, hey.
Well, it's like
I have a proposition.
Yes, he'll take it. Obviously.
He'll take it. Obviously. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No question about it. $500,000, $20. With $500,000, what can you buy? Like, you can pay your student loans. Who needs that? $20, buy a tank of gas,
There you go.
Take you anywhere you want to go.
Perfect. Yeah. So, okay, I think I'm getting this confused. So, basically, we have our alliance, and our alliance each has big buff guys. And the big buff guys are how do we make them look like they're running the alliance?
Guys do that anyway.
That's true.
They do that themselves. Like, they're like, I am the leader. And you're like, bruh, fish, do you even know how to do your own laundry?
Yeah. Okay. That's true. Okay. Anyways, we don't have to worry about that. So, now we each are eliminating big buff guys out of each of our alliances. But we look like we're big targets because we keep winning all of these HOHs. But now that our alliance is seemingly gone, we have, to the other side of the house, it looks like we're hopeless. Like, it looks like I'm kind of inspired by Dr. Will, because he was very annoying and such a big target. But once all of his friends were gone, everyone is like such a big target that they just forget about him. And they're like, well, I mean, we can get him out next week, But they never get him out because he's so charming and cool.
Wait, so he was a target because he was annoying?
I mean, kind of. He was, like, very cliquey, like, with his alliance. Okay. But then everyone ended up liking him.
Okay, word. So are you saying that I have to go, like, make sure I'm nice to the other alliance?
You're nice to your own alliance.
But not anyone else?
You can be nice to other people, I guess.
Well, like, it's gonna be hard for me not to be, like, nice.
Yeah, you're nice to everyone.
Except for you. Can I please be mean to you?
Please be mean to me. Please, like, bully me. But then we're gonna, like, make up, and we're gonna be friends now. Now that each of our big buff guys are gone from our alliance, we're gonna explode each of our alliances. We're gonna blow them up and expose them.
How are we gonna explode them?
Well, it's very easy.
Are we gonna have a big meeting intervention? Like, what's the tea?
Well, we can, like, have... Like, it's very easy to expose an alliance because almost never is, like, do big alliances last because someone is always lying. So then because we each have someone on each side of the house, like, there's bound to have some time where someone is from the other side of the house is going to try and make a smaller alliance with, like, me, or, like, someone from my side of the house is going to try and make an alliance with you, and then we're going to expose those.
Okay, so what you're saying is if someone from your alliance approaches me, is like, hey, do you want to make a smaller alliance? Like, I know you're the puppeteer. I know you're pulling all the strings. I know you were the best Big Brother player in this house, and like you didn't get your strategy from anyone other than the brain that lives upstairs. Do you want to form an alliance with me? And then would I go tell you, or would I tell my alliance and be like, hey, I just got approached. See ya.
Yes. Wait, no. You'd keep it secret, and I'd tell my alliance, and then to make that person a target.
Okay, so I would tell you, but secretly.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'd expose, but then that person would know that I told them.
No, I'd make it seem like I'd either make it seem like I heard it, or I would try and get it out of them. Like, I'd try and like talk to them, and like, I don't know, I'd be like, oh, cool, like a detective.
All right, and who's to say that they're gonna approach us?
Because we're so cool.
Word.
See, that's why I'm saying, like, my strategy is so based on people that I've never met, and like...
you know what we have to do? We have to... Okay, so if it's a dude, like, if you have a dude in your alliance who seems like he's mega simp, you just gotta flirt with him a little bit.
That is so dangerous.
No, here's the tea.
Okay.
Yeah, that is dangerous. But hear me out. If they think that they have a chance with... No. Okay. Just be... No. This is so complicated. How do we make it certain that that person comes to talk to us and make an alliance? What are some trends?
Do we go to them?
No, because what if one of our alliance members says it, like sees it?
Yeah, that's true.
Or you know what? Screw it. Let's do it.
We're just assuming that they're gonna come to us, because it usually always happens. Like, there's a bunch of smaller alliances, or someone like tries to work. Like, all we're trying to do is make one person in our alliance the big target.
Okay, and it just needs to be one person in one of our alliances.
Either one. It could be multiple people, but like we're trying to make us look like we're weak.
Okay, like we want to look like the victims.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And then
at what point do we partner up?
After the target is gone.
Okay.
So, now we're friends, and we are in an alliance, and we're in a final 2. And now we're just picking off everyone else in the house.
But wouldn't people be threatened by us because we betrayed our alliance?
No. Because then we'd gain favor with the other side of the house.
What? Okay,
My
so
plan is
one of our
crumbling.
okay, let's say for the hypothetical scenario, someone from your alliance approached me and asked, "Hey, do you want to be in a smaller alliance but keep it on the DL?" And then I tell you, "Hey, someone that guy, he wants to be in an alliance with me." And you're like, "Bars." So then you have a meeting with your alliance and you expose him. Right?
Yes.
And then he gets evicted.
Yep.
Because, and what? Okay, never mind. Because my alliance would want him out as well because he's trying to break us apart. Does that make sense? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure because I could just be spitting, not facts right now. I could be spitting printers instead of facts.
You're spitting bars, man.
I'm spitting straight bars. You see this
Straight
coming
bars.
out of my mouth? Bars. But then, so he gets evicted, and then it's how are the alliances exploded?
I'm trying to think. How do we explode both of our alliances? Or maybe...
And it's pull
maybe
connection
only
right
one
now?
of our alliances splits up. and then I join.
What if while you're
Continue?
Okay.
Are you talking?
That makes sense. I don't know. Are you talking?
No, you've like froze.
It says poor connection.
Oh.
And we could just be talking over each other.
I don't know.
But you're mad frozen right now.
For real?
Oh my goodness, this is so sad.
This is sad. Someone is doing...
We're keeping all of this in the podcast, by the way.
Okay. This podcast is kind of a mess. There's like someone getting ready for a birthday parade outside of my house. Hello? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me at all?
Yes, I've always been able to hear you. Can you not?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Hello.
Okay, I can hear you, but your screen is gone.
Really? It's okay. You don't need to see me anyway.
Obviously, she can't hear me.
I can hear you.
This is so embarrassing.
Charlotte, I can hear you.
So embarrassing.
How do I tell you that you can hear me?
Okay,
Charlotte.
Here.
Charlotte, I can hear you.
She's paused. Can you hear me? Come back to the screen. It says you're paused.
I can hear you.
I can hear you too.
Here. Oh, you can? I was just texting you.
I'm really sorry about that, guys.
Because you were like, I don't think she can hear me, and I was like, I can hear you.
I swear I could. It was wild. Anyway, God, now I don't remember. Okay, so what if while you're having the intervention with your alliance, you somehow make it like, everyone's yelling at each other, where it's like, and you chew with your mouth open. You never do dishes. What if you turn it into that, and like your whole alliance just explodes?
Yes, I'll like pick apart everything. About everyone.
But okay, how would you do that without starting it?
I'd have to rewatch the whole Taco Tuesday thing from last season, see how they split up the alliance. Because they blew up their alliance. It was great. And the people who seemed like it's like a common thing, like alliance like blows up or is gone, and then there's like two people in that alliance or like one person that stays to the end and wins. Like that's what happened last time.
Word. Okay. So you blow up your alliance. TNT, Flint and Steel, Big Boom Boom.
Mhm.
And then you befriend me, and we form a final two.
Well, we've always had a final two. Whose birthday?
But like, is someone having a birthday parade?
Yeah, I said that like a while ago.
Well,
they were like setting up. Oh, sorry, they were setting up for it. Like they were putting a cake on top of their car.
Oh, word. Okay, so So, do we make our final two public?
No.
Our final two's ever public?
No.
Okay. So that was a stupid question. See you guys? You know?
It's okay, it's okay.
You went.
Just now they're in action. Our final two is finally in action.
Yes.
Okay.
The prospects of our final two are, beautiful.
Mm-hmm. So now each sides are blown up. And now we are going to, at this point, we're going to take in another person that we like. And we're going to have a 3-person alliance. Or maybe even 4. We pick another 2 people that we like.
Okay.
And we're taking them to the end.
And then at this point, how many people are still in the house?
Like 6, 8.
Okay.
I don't know.
And what if someone really doesn't like us? Because I have a lot of people who tend to think I'm really annoying. So how do I make that not happen?
Actually let it happen and embrace it, and that person can be your enemy. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But if you want to avoid that,
I just want to avoid getting kicked out because I'm annoying.
Well, that would never happen. Actually, I don't know. Because once our alliances blow up, we can't protect each other anymore.
if I were HOH and I had a choice to put people on the block, and if I could, I would eliminate the person that I really don't like who annoys the heck out of me.
Yeah. So that's good then. Like you embrace the fact that someone doesn't like you. So if you ever get HOH, you have an easy person to eliminate without making enemies, because that was your only enemy.
Okay, perfect. But what if they eliminate me first?
That wouldn't happen, because then I'd become friends with them. Once I find out that they don't like you, I'll create a We Hate Charlotte club, because I already have one. I just let them join. And then...
Word.
And then we keep you in the house because we don't like you.
Keep me in the house because you don't like me.
So we can continue to bully you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Obviously.
You know what? Everyone in their life deserves a chance to get bullied.
Facts. I said that. I was crying the other day because I missed the chance to be in a Harry Potter trivia Kahoot thing. And Charlotte was like, it's gonna be okay. And I was like, no, Charlotte, it's not gonna be okay. You need to just bully me, because not like, okay, this is gonna sound weird, but it's like, I needed like a reality check where it's like, it's not that big of a deal. I needed a reality check. And Charlotte didn't give that to me. She was just like, it's gonna be okay. I know you're upset, but it's gonna be alright. And I'm like, no! Tell me that it's like, I don't know. You know?
Yeah, I know. I was there.
I'm saying, there. To the audience, to our listeners.
Well, they can't respond. So.
You don't know that. I can hear the future, and I can hear what the other person is thinking.
Bruh. Okay. All right. So now we're in a final 2, and we also have some buds with us.
Yeah. And then we take those people to the end, and then we're going to be in a final 2. And Charlotte, I'm going to be honest. I don't know. I might, if it comes down to it, we might not make it to the finals 2. We might not make it because we have, because the person who wins the last HOH picks, so we'd have to make sure that we win the last HOH. One of us has to win. So then we take each other to the end.
All right. But if we don't, then we also have to be really, one of us has to be really buddy with that one other person.
Mm-hmm. So we'll each pick a person from our 4-person alliance.
Yes, and we
to be
have
pretend friends with.
Yeah. Yes. And we have to choose someone that we can actually be pretend friends with, and we have to make sure that they're not friends with each other. So
right.
We can't get too close. We have to pretend that we don't know each other, like we've been doing the whole game.
Yeah.
But we have to make sure that we aren't too close, so that then they pair up. We have to pair up with our thing. Mm-hmm. So then no matter what, one of us is in the final 2. Right.
So then when we get to the final 2, and either one of us, once we get to the final 2, and one of us, or it's the final 3, one of us wins the HOH, and then right there, we're going to tell them. Whoever is there left, we're going to be like, guys, we have been in a final 2 since the beginning. We've been friends since we were 2 years old, which isn't true, but we're just going to say it. We have to say that
we are the twist.
Yeah, we have to lie and say that we've been friends since childhood.
Just to make it a good sob story.
Yeah, and so that way they're like, oh, well, how dumb am I? I really thought, I can't break these 2 apart, you know? So, so that way, that person tells the jury this. Do you get it? And then...
Yeah. Okay, so...
Once they tell the jury will realize that we have been masterminding it this entire time.
They will think we're just so big-brained.
Mm-hmm. They'll probably also like really dislike us, but then they just have to choose one of us.
Okay. That is freaking bars. Okay, now what if one of us doesn't make it into the final two? What if it's you and some rando in the final two?
Then the other person that got eliminated has to tell the jury that we've been friends since we were 2 years old. and then you're going to expose my plan to get me to win.
Okay. Well,
you're going to tell the entire house how we've been masterminding the game.
So if it's me and some rando, I just tell everyone.
No, I tell everyone. Because you're up there. I'm trying to get you to win. So I go and I tell...
It's me and some rando. We're still in the house. You go to the jury house and you tell everyone everything.
Yes.
Okay, that's kind of bars right there.
Yeah, so now they're
honestly,
like, whoa.
If I had a choice, I'd want you to be in the house and me to be in the jury. So I want to tell everyone everything, and I want you to have your glory moment, and I want you to win so bad.
Okay. So you're telling me, wait, you want to be in the jury house?
No, like I want to. Okay. If it doesn't work out how we planned, and it's you and some rando in the final two.
Mm-hmm.
If that happens, I'm okay.
All right.
Cause then I'd win. Cause
yeah.
No, sorry. Then you'd win. Sorry, I got confused. Then you'd win, cause I'd tell everyone in the house. I'd be like, "Hey, she is the smartest person ever.
Yeah.
You best be voting for her and not this rando." And if I'm in the final two and you get to tell everyone, then I'm still happy because we both win.
Yeah.
Split 50-50.
See, that's what I was thinking. Like, if we are the winners, if we're in the final two, then you get $250,000 and I get $500,000, and I'm thinking that we combine it and then split it evenly, because we basically won together. Because we couldn't have done it without each other. So it really doesn't matter. If we make it to the final two, it doesn't matter who wins, because we're splitting the money.
Bars.
What's $750 divided by 2? 350. No. 352. No. 1 second.
What is it? 750
divided by 2 is 375. I was very close. So we each get $375,000.
That's mad cash.
Right?
Mad cash.
So,
Cash Cab could never.
So I'm going to go through this really, really fast. A quick overview of the plan. So we enter the Big Brother house, and we are friends, but we're going to go on opposite sides of the house. Each of us are going to win HOH on and off, but like kind of we're going to take off a break a week every like a week or so. But then we're going to put the blame on one person in our alliance and blow up each of our alliances. We're going to each do that separately. We're each going to put the blame on someone. We're blowing up our alliances, and then we're going to take one person from each of our alliances that we like and then make an alliance with each other. But I am still going to be pretend besties with the person that I chose for my alliance. And then we are going to make it to the final four, and we're going to be together. But then if it all fails, either way, we're going to expose our plan, because the person who we eliminate last, we're going to tell them. We're going to tell them that we were friends.
Okay, so before they go to the jury house, we're like, wait just a minute. Let me tell you my whole life story.
Well, it would be like as we're eliminating them. Like for the final elimination, it's different, because the HOH stands up in front and is like, I eliminate you. And there's usually like an explanation. So if it was me and then we have Miss Rando next to you, I'd be like, I'm sorry, Miss Rando, I have to eliminate you, because me and Charlotte have been friends since we were little. We've been best friends since the first day of kindergarten. And and so I'm sorry.
And we bonded over the fact that neither of us could do the monkey bars. And one day we spent hours at the monkey bars practicing, and one day we did it, and now we are a monkey bar team. We have competitive monkey bar team.
Yes, that's exactly.
It.
And
that's
now,
our backstory.
And then I tell that person, and then they leave, and then we win together, and we split the money.
Okay. So what? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What? So you are HOH. It's me and Miss Rando.
Uh-huh.
You're on the stage. You're about to make the elimination. Give me your speech.
All right.
Pretend I'm Miss Rando. Talk to me.
All right. Okay. I never thought I would make it to this moment. Ever since I was 8 years old, I always dreamed of making it to Final 2 of Big Brother. And with that being said, I have to choose someone to take with me. Now, I'm sorry, Miss Rando. It's been such a great pleasure to get to know you. I've truly felt like we have really bonded over this time, but unfortunately, I have to evict you because here, as you can see, Charlotte, or Bartlett, sorry, I have been friends with her since I was like 2 years old. We have bonded over Big Brother. We actually became friends because one day
we became friends at a Big Brother convention. We made a Big Brother fan club at our elementary school with Emily's 3rd grade teacher, and she would spoil it every week.
Yes, we bonded over Big Brother. And so we only talked to each other because we knew Big Brother. We only ever talked to Big Brother. I know nothing about her except everything that she knows about Big Brother. That's all we talk about. So as we entered the game together, we promised each other that we would we'd make it to the end together. So I'm sorry, Miss Rando, but I have to eliminate you to keep my promise to Charlotte. Who's texting me?
Get out of town.
Don't text me.
I haven't gotten a text since Obama's first term.
Wasn't that like 2008?
Yeah. Are you gonna tell them like, and we did everything with the alliances and like?
Yeah, maybe I will say that. So revised. So ever since we've entered this game, Charlotte and I have masterminded every single one of the eliminations because we worked together and we did it. So get out of here. Leave.
Goodbye, Miss Rando.
Did you say that as Miss Rando? Because you said that you were Miss Rando.
No, I stepped outside of that, that role, and now I'm Charlotte.
Okay, good.
I'm Bar.
Should
we change our names? So like if people, yeah.
Yes.
They have to.
Yeah, that's true. My name is going to be. I don't know.
My name is gonna be Rando.
I want my name. It's gonna be Bim.
That's your legal name.
That's my legal name, Bim. So, anyway, I think I'm gonna go practice those monkey bars so I can shred.
You better go practice those monkey bars. They're gonna be suspicious if we get in and we say we're a competitive monkey bar team and we can't shred the monkey bars.
Exactly. So
we have to go practice.
Yeah,
we have
sorry.
to go practice right here, right now.